Y'all see the Dirt on Dirt article that is? I was gonna try to pull it up. I forget the title.
Just
It's
so
final
it is
year?
McDowell,
Question
this
mark.
could be McDowell's last year. He has some sponsorship stuff changing, and
It's they were in a contract or something. If you read the article, they had a multi-year contract, I guess, for his main some sponsors, and I guess
I've heard it's Easy Go.
Yeah, I'm assuming so. That's and it's the final year of that, and he seems to be implying that if that isn't renewed, it might be a case of him stepping out, or it being his final full year in a super late model. He did say that even if he wouldn't call it retiring because he would still race some. He even said he would race. He said he would race crate late models.
What really?
Possibly, yeah. That he would see himself still racing some. But basically,
he'd be a good one to run this Hunt the Front series next year.
Yeah.
Good idea.
I think if you read that and if you've paid attention, Shane McDowell, his brother, owns all that stuff, and I think he wants to maintain as a car owner the level that they're racing at, right? Not I guess nationally touring, but able to compete nationally wherever they go, 40 to 50 times a year, and. So McDowell, the way he put it, was that he would step aside maybe, and Shane, his brother, would bring in another driver, possibly. Is the way he would step out so that Shane could keep racing. The team could keep racing at the level it's racing and the number of races that it's racing.
Hey Shane.
Well. I don't.
There you go, Joey. Call him up.
Yeah, there you go. Call him up. It must be just something to do with, I assume his personal life. Because I feel like he's definitely still capable. I still see him being capable of competing at the highest level. For a few more years, or who knows how long.
Right.
He hasn't fell off due to
no. Right. He's definitely still. Well, he did mention in the article. I should have it pulled up where I could be reading his quotes, but he talks about how he's winded. Getting out of the cars, they're more aggressive now, right? The way that they, he actually attributed it to Rumley, I think, and the technology, the way it changed technology back in what year? When would that have been? Yeah, when the technology changed back then, and it made it to where you drive the cars way more aggressively now. I'm assuming he's not already in the Hall of Fame, is he? Joshua, do you know? McDowell?
I don't know.
He's not. He will definitely be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Jesse, what, you having trouble over there?
Yeah.
I accidentally hit a wire with my foot. Speaking of, long-time drivers still hanging on. A couple people asked about if we saw the Earl Pearson Jr. news.
EPJ.
Yeah. Still digging.
He's got him a ride for the Lucas Oil Series.
Really?
Yeah, Jason Rowan. Am I saying his last name correctly?
Yeah, I think so.
Did he race some, didn't he?
Yeah, he's raced good. Yeah.
Right, yeah, he's a driver / car owner, I guess, that now Pearson's going to drive for.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. So
it'll be Longhorns.
Keeping on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about EPJ, though, when he first switched, we moved from Black Diamond to Longhorns with, who was he racing with last?
Papich.
And it's like he caught fire there for a little while. You know what I mean? And by fire, I mean he went from barely making shows using provisionals to running top 10s. You know what I mean?
Remember that. It caught my attention. I'm like, wow.
So, you never know. He kind of might, get a fire lit under his butt. He's I think he's still capable, and it might have been a bit of a, it sounded like it came down to the wire of him probably thinking he wasn't going to have, at least considering the possibility that he would not have a ride for the season. Now he does, and it might, give him a little more inspiration to get out there and kick some tail. Moyer Sr. winning races out in Arizona. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah.
He didn't win tonight, though, I think.
Oh, that's what I was wondering.
Tyler Peterson won.
Who that?
That's,
I don't know.
they call him, oh gosh,
Tyler?
TPO.
Oh. TPO.
I remember hearing his name at the Dome. That's the only time I've ever heard his name is at the Dome.
So the Weiss was out there, and Moyer beat Weiss Thursday night and Friday night. Where did Moyer finish tonight?
I don't know. I really don't.
Anyway, it's good to see Moyer Sr. over there winning races out in Arizona. And it's like 40 cars there. So I mean, he's over there doing it.
Oh, it's getting it done. Nonetheless, it's getting it done.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't like to see these old timers quit.
No.
Especially if they want to keep racing.
Especially
You know what
if
I
they
mean?
want to keep racing. Yeah, you want to as long as you want everybody to be like Red Farmer.
Well, I'll be honest. There might be one that I think that might just need to throw in the towel and say, hey, maybe we just need to step back. I don't want to ruffle any feathers out there, but
I feel like
If
you
you-
need to stop there.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, if you
Alright.
say the name
Listen,
I think you're gonna say, you will definitely ruffle some
I'm not gonna
feathers.
say it.
We just want to make sure everybody's aware that Jesse is shares his own opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Hunt the Front.
I mean, sometimes, think about UFC fighters. Sometimes it's just, hey, it's time to hang up the gloves. But you know what? I'm not gonna say who I'm
I
thinking.
feel like he's from
No.
Tennessee.
No,
Cody says in chat.
Hey, listen, I'm just calling it how I see it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man.
Hey, you don't even know
Look.
who I'm talking about. Let's carry on.
I will say these older, more experienced gentlemen can still, the three we're talking about, McDowell, EPJ, and the other one that we're not going to name because we don't want to make anybody mad at Jesse. Like, still, I mean, could win races.
They can bust off a win any night.
Definitely McDowell.
Mhm.
Like didn't he win the topless last year?
Yeah,
And the
he won
100,000
one of these last year or something, or a year before.
He won one of these races 2 years ago, and he had just come off the cancer deal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm. So he's definitely still got it in him, right?
Mm.
And I think EPJ does as well. Definitely can run consistently and be competitive, on the Lucas Tour.
Yeah.
Whether he wins or not, I don't know. I mean, that's part of, EPJ doesn't run a whole lot of regional stuff at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where that's where a lot of wins are racked up by these national guys. They rack up wins on the, they win on the tour, but they also on an off weekend go win at, whatever, a Hunt the Front race. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And EPJ doesn't do a whole lot of that. Now, the other guy you're talking about, he might be the biggest question mark, but I still think, I think if he is able to run a consistent 30 to 40 race season, I think he wins. Maybe not on the national level, but I think he could win a Hunt the Front Series race if he were to run some of them.
Right.
Which
sure.
supposedly whatever little schedule they put out, he had a lot of them on there.
Yep.
So anyway,
We'll see.
We'll see.
Look, I'm just gonna say it. I think Bloomer still got a few years left in him.
They all do.
Yeah, questionable. Hey, Tom Brady knew when to call it quits. All I'm saying.
Did he?
No, he didn't.
No,
He
he
missed it by like a year or two.
Yeah, he
know,
held on.
1
He
year.
missed it by
I'd say
1 year.
1 year.
He did call it quits, and then he came back, and that's where he messed up. Was coming back.